Hi, I'm the White Horse, reading part 3 of Brutality. So disincarnate spirits do exist in outer darkness around this earth. While true possession is rare on this planet, I've seen it only once. Negative thought insertion, which is to say negative influence, is common. You better know where you're coming from when you consider your thoughts and feel certain things to take action upon those beliefs. Know this, that thoughts are just thoughts. They can be true or false, useful or non-useful. Thoughts can arise from you, someone else, or be thought forms stuck to the environment where you are that you can pick up and then perceive. You can ignore them or use them. The negative energy provided to you from yourself or negative entities can be propelling and feel strong. You will be held responsible for your actions and beliefs. They're written by yourself in your own forehead, and no action is unrecorded in your life. Everything you do is known. All the higher traits of mankind have been present from the beginning, but it was in Christ that compassion was planted and given notice as a much-needed young sapling on this earth. And as that young tree of life was planted, a stake was put into this earth's ground to protect it in its early growth by the name of the Catholic Church. I made a painting of it called L'Arbre de Vie, and I showed it in 1990 in Paris at the Galerie Saint-Séverin. It was during an exposition called Reality and Humanity. But as all stakes with the growth of the tree eventually become the obstruction and get in the way of true feeling aliveness. What has happened is that tree of compassion has survived its initial growth, and the stake has gotten in the way, and of itself needs to go. The tree of life is alive, the stake is dead. What God creates as sentient beings as spirit, what man creates or thinks as thought forms, not spirit. One must realize the tremendous difference of value and importance. It is time to go on, and it is time to bury the bones of the saints. I do not believe in any organized religions at this time. None are optimal. No one should be telling you what to do. Man-made rituals are often of little value. As I say, tell me once, thank you, tell me twice, now you're trying to force me, and there begins all conflict. There are many types of forcing, pushing, and pulling. The best safety for humanity is when every single person is directly connected to God. There is communal safety. There are many philosophies you could use in your life. I suggest you use your own and modify them as you improve your own intelligence, which is ongoing. You can also join in harmony in gathering your choices with other people. There are so many life forms on this earth that it is impossible and wrong for me to tell anyone specifically what to do. For almost anything you do could be the right path. But you need to consider your choices every so often and your path every so often. I don't base my life on beliefs typically. I have experience. But if you want to take on a belief system or consider other ways of being, then maybe you could look at elements of Buddhism or Jainism or Shintoism. Maybe you should just dance. They're all more selfless-based and communal-oriented without the heavy hand of man. God's best truths are evident all over this world, as truth is the core of everything. Nature is one of the greatest shows of truth. You can certainly find truths in the Quran, in the Bible, scientific treatises, in the tarot card symbolism, the I Ching, Taoism, spiritual Shakespeare. and my favorites, creations such as paintings and dances and films and on, all the arts. There are so many places of truth, and you can see it most commonly in the eyes and faces of people and other sentient beings. Anything could be the right choice of life for you. But what I can tell you is that you will evolve, your progress continue, and your path will change. Be open to it. There are a number of principalities arisen on earth that are oppositional to selflessness and kindness, sharing and caring. It is time to choose to be alive and advance with its joys, responsibilities, and sometimes potential sacrifices. To not choose is itself a choice to say no. You must realize that. It is now that the best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. I am the falcon, and I do hear the falconer. I am one of the first of the Sphinx, and all humans are destined to become as such, as the ancient Egyptians created a statue of that. Apollo and Dionysus combined. Humankind, your destiny. So which principality do you need to do away with in your life? It is at the utmost goal to give up all power over others and to take full power over oneself. In this competitive and selfish and capitalistic and brutal world, you have many aspects of your life to now consider how to live and why to live, where to find your joy. It is said, pleasure is the wisdom of the saints. That's fine, but I'm asking you to go beyond the inclusion of pleasure and joy and to further yourself, your newly friends, and society by consummate choices and engagement. Find your joys, but when you find brutality and suffering in front of you, do what you can. Deal with the actuality. Make your future, and the Spirit will help direct you, as it has with me, even in this life.